First things first with the draping, instead of just lifting the drape up and revealing extra back that we don't need to, you can just gently release the arm. You can even sort of tuck. So now the arm's exposed and we've not had to pull this up. So we use the table as a support here. This is why a wider table is useful. So this is 70 centimetres. If you have a thinner table or your client is wider, you can do this stuff, but you just need to put a big pillow or two smaller pillows on your knee and a towel on top to make a surface. So I'm going to start on the hand and actually mainly just use the forearm on the arm. So supporting underneath here and using the elbow to massage this chunky bit here, which should feel really nice. So whilst you're practicing, make sure you get that feedback because it is a slightly unusual.
Would you always do this sitting down yourself rather than standing?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's so low down.
Yeah.
But unless randomly the table was really high. Anything we're doing to sort of stretch out the palms nice here, whether it's circular or sort of crisscrossy. Just be cautious when you're using your thumbs that you're not just doing it really firm because it can just put a strain on your thumbs here. You can even do sort of more pinpoints and just hold on there with sort of reinforced thumbs. I'm just going to kind of whiz through. The fingers I prefer to do when the hand's the other way around, when the person's face up. So for all this area, we can just use our forearm underneath to iron this. Really slow. If the skin feels cool, just do this lighter and faster at the start to sort of warm it up. But once it feels warm, and be cautious of staring down all the time, because that can put a strain on your neck. So to start off with, or if you sort of lose your bearings, palpate, feel where you're going. So this line here, beside, under the bone here, next to the bone, it's like a little valley almost. That's really nice to work along. And it can be tricky to target that with your forearm. Can't necessarily feel it. So we can travel along there with reinforced thumbs or with the fingertips. And then obviously you've got elbow, so we don't work on the elbow bone, but you can work under it, quite close to it. It's really nice. It's a lovely, nice break to have a sit down. Especially if you do this after the back, it gives you a little chance to reset. In order to do the upper arms, you can massage them while the arm's on the table, but it feels here quite taut, and that's just the position, the muscles. So if it's comfortable to do so for the client, when we lower the arm off the table, you've got a much bigger surface area and it's not as taut. So now we can more easily massage up here. And it's very much the same as the lower arm. We're very gently coming up. Now when you get to about here, I do tend to advise holding onto your arm when you're doing forearm work. It gives you control, but what you might notice, depending on your body and the positioning, that you brush onto them on the elbow, so just cover the elbow in that case. to avoid that contact. As well on the hand, on the arm dangling down, it's not nice to have the leg there, so just avoid brushing onto them like that. You know, wide stance here and keeping the elbow covered is going to give them that security. And don't miss out this lovely strip here. So you've got arm there, back there, but in between there's a sort of lovely area. So you can carry this forearm movement all the way up.
So if I feel pain there, is that tension?
Yeah.
Deep breaths, Helen.
If, you know, in a real life scenario, we could just say, how's this pressure here? Do you want more or less? But yeah, really slowly helps because it gives them a chance to adjust. But yeah, pain can indicate there's tension there. Do some sort of hand-based movements. There isn't enough space to do all the technical movements like ringing, effleurage, that sort of things so much, but we can do a few bit hand-based movements. Another nice one is just above or around the elbow, but just above there's a sort of little sort of nook almost. You can work into that. But really, you can achieve so much just with the forearm movements. And that's that. Just place the arm back, because the arm can lose circulation if it's dangling off. And another nice thing to do is just bring the shoulder down. Especially if we've just been working on the arm, it can push it up, so we just bring it back down. That's that for the arms.